Hello Taurus, welcome to the Black Hearted Oracle. Before we get started, I'd like to pay homage and reverence to Mother Sustainer, Father Creator, and of course my beautiful ancestors. Now what you see laid before you is your rod and staff reading. It is a 4-part video series that deals with self-love, soul guidance, obstacles to walk in your path, and finances. This is the first one and it's dealing with self-love, so let's get started. It says, it is safe for you to receive. The more you allow yourself to receive, the more resources you have available to share with others. Open your arms to receive and be a conduit for good coming to you and through you as it blesses the world. Sorry, let me adjust the light. Okay. The next message comes to you from the Sacred Vision deck, and it's 11, and it's Dream. It says Dreams Gone Wild. You have used different faiths, ideas, icons, and totems as guideposts to a higher level of thought. To gain a different and better perspective, you have looked to wildlife as spirit guides and teachers, honoring them with art, time spent in nature, and medicine bundles. You have admired birds, the strongest and the smallest, with fetishes, feathers, crystals. All have been dreamed over in ceremony, and all have been powerful in your intent. But this power is lost when your dreams get wild and unfocused. You wear two different faces when you are unfamiliar with your truth. And you wear both of these masks together when you are a great pretender, not understanding the sacred dream reality in which you live. If you were a bird of prey, what would you be? How would you feel? Do you think you would seek to be anything other than the great bird the Creator intended you to be? The next messages comes from the Chakra Oracle deck, and the first one is Soulmate. And Soulmate reads, this card indicates changing old communication patterns and being open to a new way of interacting. You may no longer be able to have conversations that don't sustain your authenticity. Freedom lies ahead, better than you can imagine. It says, it is time to face my true feelings. To enjoy the beauty of a rose, we must risk being pricked by our inner thorns. This offers a new way to live. The best incentive to change is love. What truth am I embracing? This card indicates no longer living a lie. Speaking your truth, choosing love, freedom through transformation, resistance to commitment and unexpected outcome, new truths, authenticity, treasure, and trust. The next message you have is mysticism. And it says, this is a time of trusting in the unknown. You already sense the answer, even if it is not apparent. Do not ask others what they see, for you alone can see into the heart of the matter. Trust your intuitive powers to guide you. You are not to know. It is wise to be the observer. Do not respond until you are certain. The unknown is not easy, but it is no longer necessary to fear. Am I ignoring my intuition? What I suspect is probably true. I must breathe. Ignoring signs, unknown motives, intuitive knowing, fear of the unknown, journey. Intuition, courage, uncharted. The next message comes to you from the Animal Medicine deck, and it's number 40, the Dolphin, and it says, let go of tensions. What are your words and thoughts creating? Power of breath and sound, playing outside, fresh air, word sound is power. The next message comes from the Shadow and Light deck, and it is Faceless Ghost and the Haunted Girl, Ghost People. They wear a variety of masks, and they regularly take up a new cause or identity without being aware of their own need to grow and learn themselves. They seek out energy from others who are bright, strong, and real. They are seeking hers. It is likely they are seeking yours. They are sending her messages, but she knows that they are not what they seem, that they are many like them in the world. These faceless ones are coming to me, trying to take advantage of what they see as a moment of weakness. But I do not fear them. I know they are blank, formless, and simply taking on energy they can find. I know who I am, and I clearly see that they do not. They are simply spirits who have lost their way, so they feed off others. I may not be at my strongest at this time, but I am stronger than they ever will be. They will not feed off me. You may seem in need of help to people who actually have an agenda at the moment. People around you are acting like experts and supporting each other in group mindset, wanting you to join in for your own good. They are too easily taking on beliefs and ideas of powerful other. You may be asked to join with others in their beliefs and be alarmed at the mindset. Devoid of human joy and warmth, it is wise for you to keep your own counsel. Remain detached. Wait for the faceless ones to reveal themselves. They will change when an even more powerful person for them to attach to comes along. Know that until they find their own selves and commit to following that path, they will be also blank pages, written upon by whatever hand comes near them. Make your own mark on this world. There could be imitation taking place, where your work and ideas and even your personality are being copied too closely. Now the next message comes to you from the Black-Hearted Oracle, and it's fear and doubt will bench you. Number 20. It says, sit this one out, son. You're just not ready. Who do you think you are? Come on now. Stop being selfish. You just don't have the skills yet. You're not ready. You're going to damage not only yourself. Think about me, your goddamn ego. Please don't. Really don't allow that negative voice to control you any longer. You are wiser than you realize, funnier than you imagine. The world has long awaited what you have to offer. So you're not only hurting yourself when you delay your progress out of fear and doubt, you are hurting the collective, because the natural talents you were blessed with from conception was meant to be shared with the whole earth. How long will you try to hide your light under a basket and claim it to be darkness? Your stage and throne calls to you ever so loudly. When shall you answer their call? And autumn, it says, in the fall season, everything comes together and you reap wonderful harvests of abundance. Now, Taurus, what this is saying is that right now you're at a state where you're waffling back and forth. Because whatever you've left behind and you're heading out on this new path that's undefined right now, you still have to trust it, because there's going to be people who come into your life who are going to try to attack you. And maybe they don't even know that they're doing it, but because you're in a point of standing into your personality or trying to stand up into your personality and really dealing with your self-love, there's going to be people who are going to try to draw on that energy. And when we're at the weakest points of overcoming something that hurt us in any form of way, it doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. I'm just talking about something that has damaged the soul a little bit, that has knocked you off your square. When you're in this point and you're starting to rebuild back your energies and rebuild back your strength, there's always people who see that light beginning to shine again and they run in. So you have to be careful to trust your own understanding and the understanding of your ancestors and the Creator and Mother Sustainer. Because right now, if you're open to receive, it's coming towards you. Because we're leaving autumn. So now is a really good time for you to do this. And you have to be careful of what you're speaking. Of word sound is power, because what we speak out of our mouths shapes how people feel and how we feel. So it creates our lives. And you have to focus on these dreams. You know, don't wear masks. Focus on these dreams so that you're not being led astray. Okay, we have the Queen of Air. It says independent, experience, realistic, witty, objective decision making, clearing away what no longer serves you, seeing the humor in the situation. So yeah, you're going to have to see the humor of these people who are trying to latch onto you and become energy vampires to drain you of your self-love. All right? And what you're going to have to do is work on getting out of this woe is me mind frame. Make a judgment call on this, because your dreams are here. And all you have to do is to be open to receiving these dreams. And remember that you have to trust your intuition, regardless of what it seems, because if you don't, you're going to bench yourself in these woe is me attitude instead of doing the work that is needed to clear these energies away by making the judgment call and cutting whatever out of your life that is no longer serving you. Regardless if it's people, a mental thought, no, sorry. Well, we can put this up. But that's not how it came out first. Okay. And then this one. Right? So what this is saying, again, is rescue, soul cage, escape from captivity or restriction. And it's also a 6. When this boils down, it boils down to a 6. So it's saying once you can get over these feelings by doing the work, the soul work, and pursuing your dreams and focusing on your dreams, that you're going to be rescued. Like, that's going to be your victory. And while you're doing this, you should keep it a bit secretive. Why? Because of these faceless ghosts. You know, don't take their offers. Keep them in a hangman position, or keep yourself in a hangman position so you can look at these people differently. Because if you could do this, it's your wheel of fortune that you'll be getting. You know, the wheel will turn in your favor. But while you're going through your healing process, keep it hidden so that you can gain the victory that you need over these faceless ghost people who are trying to be energy vampires in your life. Cut them out. The next one is heart-to-heart conversation. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. And it's at death, the devil, and the wheel of fortune again. So, being that this is mainly about you and your soul love, I will not gear this to conversations with another. To me, this is conversations with your lower self and your higher self. Right? You have to put a death to these negative energies, these things that are running around in your head telling you that you're not good enough and keeping you in a state of the 5 of Pentacles. You know, because if you don't, you're going to end up being embittered. So put an end to these negative voices that are in your head. And be honest with yourself. Have an honest conversation with yourself. So that the Wheel of Fortune can turn in your favor. Because again, this is the second time now that the Wheel of Fortune is here for you. With the Victory card. Now the last message is attraction. It says you attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. Which is the Ace of Swords, the 5 of Cups again, and the 5 of Swords. So what is the truth of what you're attracting? Is your present mind state attracting the 5 of Cups and the 5 of Swords energies? Or is it attracting a double Wheel of Fortune and a victory? Because you've gotten over these double energies and put them to death by making a judgment call and being honest with yourself. Cutting out everything that is no longer serving you. doing the work, doing the inner and outer work. Because sometimes when you let go of things, the best thing for you to do is start building your dreams, because it refocuses the mind and gets you away from these faceless ghost people and rescues your soul and allows you to see things from a different perspective of not wanting anything that is not fulfilling you. And allowing ourselves to pay perfectly attention and let go of tension. You know, what are your words and thoughts creating? Your inner world is your outer world, so you have to make sure that what you're attracting is what you want. Well, Taurus, I thank you so much for coming to visit the Black-Hearted Oracle. I pray these messages found you well. I hope that you find your higher self in the quiet places, and may Ma'at hold you in her loving grace. Ashe.